This little fella is causing a lot of disturbance in the Pokemon TCG, and today we are going to talk about an instance that really irked me quite a bit, so stay tuned. Alright guys, now before we get into this, I am going to apologize. I was going to be doing the 2,500 subscriber giveaway. I had everything set up and I was going to release the dates and everything, but then one of my kids got sick, and then another kid got sick, and then on top of it, my wife got sick. So once again, with that happening, I did not have the opportunity to put a couple hours into the live or the setup for the giveaways, so I thought it was just better to back off of it and wait. We'll do it next weekend. I did open up the giveaway form, which will still be linked below in here, where you can go ahead and still join for the giveaway. Also, if you're interested, there is the membership, gives you 3 extra tickets for that giveaway to put it where you want. You get to choose what you want to get on that on the items list. But once again, guys, that's just an appreciation and thank you. And I am truly sorry. I wanted to do that here on Sunday. I'm recording this Sunday morning real quick before I'm really needed. I got a little bit of time here to do this recording, so I want to get this out for Monday. But definitely, I am sorry that we will be doing that next Sunday. I'm going to put the date out. Everything will be out there for you guys. That way you know what's happening, and that way you guys have a little bit more opportunity to jump in on this. But today, I wanted to do a discussion. Something that really irked me, and I think part of me wants to say it's illegal to do. So I almost want to call it a scam. But it is something that happened to me, and I do want to share it with you. And it's something to be aware of when it comes down to dealing with pre-orders and actually getting product. And it all comes down to, of course, this little guy, Crown Zenith. I went to my GameStop when the Crown Zenith pre-orders came out, and I threw in for 2 of them. I wanted to get 2 of them, and they were $50 with the pre-order. I get my $5 off, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to get that $5 off on my pre-order. I'll pay it in full. No big deal, right? I'll just get that. I'll get a little bit under the MSRP price, or at least cover the tax. I'll be about $48 a piece when it's all, or $48 total a piece when I'm done with these. Great opportunity. Just get them. Why not? Use my $5. That's what I usually use it for, so I just put it on a pre-order there. And at the point of that, I also didn't know I was going to be getting 30 more of these at, of course, $42 a piece. So would I have done it if I knew I was going to get 30 of these already? Probably not, but overall, I had already done it. But I always pay in full. Whenever I do a pre-order at GameStop or any place that I do a pre-order, I just pay in full because I don't want to have to try and remember to keep the money available, and definitely try and keep that moving forward. So once again, I went there. We got the call, hey, your pre-orders are in for Crown Zenith. If you want to come pick it up, had my receipt. I go pick it up. I go into the store. I hand my receipt over. I give them my perk number or my customer number for it. And when I give it to him, he sits there and goes, oh, I said, yeah, I should be paid in full because I had a receipt that said, paid, 0 owed, everything was done. Oh, no. You owe $20 and some cents. What do you mean I owe $20 and some cents? I paid for it. It's done. I paid in full. Well, no, you owe us $20 and some cents because they're actually $60 now instead of $50. Now, if you paid $5 to just hold the product, I could see being able to lift that price, because as pre-order and demand goes up and things change, availability change on this product, you can sit there and say, hey, the price went up. We're sorry. Overall, the pricing's up on this. So you really don't have a choice. You really can't fight that, right? Because you haven't really paid it in full. You're just holding a place marker for that $5 a product just to keep it. You're not paid for it. And then if someone wants to raise that price, of course, they can refund you the $5 and it's all said and done. You could either A, pay the up price, or B, not. I mean, it's up to you at that point for $5. But when someone sits there and actually pays in full, I paid full, done, complete, they cannot change that price. That is a paid order. That's done, finished, complete. You can't go and change the price in order for me to get my product. You can't raise it $10 and then charge me at $10. Well, I know the manager there, so luckily he just went, well, I'm just going to price match it, because he said, I'm not going to sit here and fight with you about it because you're right. And he even said the same thing, that even in the state of Wisconsin, if you have a sales receipt for a product paid in full and your balance is 0, I could technically even say, you could call the cops right now and have them come and they could fight me on this, and I'd have to give you the product anyway. So he just said, just to save the disturbances and everything, he marked it down for me. But overall, guys, that's a very scary situation when a big box store such as, GameStop is going through and upping the price and expecting a customer who pays in full to pay more money to get their product. That is just borderline scam. That's scalping the market. That's scamming the market. You're trying to scam your customer base into paying more money to be able to take up the product that they already own. It's not that I don't own it. I paid in full. I own the product. I'm just waiting for you to receive the product for me to get. A $5 placeholder, completely different item. You do not own that product at $5. It's just a placeholder to say, I want one of these. And those are usually the orders when they fall short. They cancel them first also. They'll knock the pricing off of that. We only got 200 and we were supposed to get 300. They'll knock the $5 ones off before they paid in full, which is why I do that also. It really secures that opportunity to be able to get that product. Now, once again, guys, it's something to be cautious of. And if you do have these pre-orders at GameStop and you haven't picked them up yet, I don't know if you've picked them up. I assume probably most people have. But if you haven't and you want to actually go and fight this a little bit, there is an opportunity to do so, guys. If you can't charge you more for a product you own, it's already yours when you walked out the door with a paid in full receipt. So just a tale of caution on that one. It just was one of them things that really set me off. And it makes it to the point where I'm going to be honest, I probably will not renew my GameStop stuff. And it's probably going to be a reason I won't go shop there any longer unless I'm really looking for an exclusive product that they have. But overall, it's just very bad business. It's a very bad setup, and it's a very bad technique to try and make $10 more on another product, which, let's be honest, $50 most other places it's available. Yes, it was $60 by Saturday afternoon. It was about $60 on the secondary market. But you could still find them at Walmart. Even my LGS was still selling them in town for that $50 mark. I think he was selling for $55, which is fine. It's an LGS. He deserves to make a little bit more money for the low volume. But someplace like GameStop does not have the ability to do that, especially on a paid in full. It's just something that is not right, not good, and just bad business in general. So once again, watch that. If you are going to continue to use GameStop, definitely look up your rights when it comes down to products in your state. I don't know if there's a federal mandate, but I do know in the state of Wisconsin that if you have a paid in full receipt for a product, then you have the right to receive that product for that price. I looked it up. I checked with my local law enforcement. I gave my wife's uncle a call because he's a police officer, and he said, no, if you called up the police department, they would have to give you that product. You already own it. It's yours. You have a sales receipt of a product that you're coming to receive, and it says on their pre-order, paid in full, its amount due is $0. You don't owe them anything, so they can't go and change that. So once again, it's just one of those things that it sucks. It's a really bad situation for everybody involved. I understand GameStop's point of view is that they're a little bit low on income, they're a little bit everything, and they're trying to make an extra bang for their buck on a product that they saw fly out the door extremely fast on these pre-orders. And possibly they maybe didn't have enough product to give out, so they were trying to make a little bit extra money on the product they did have. So once again, guys, just keep that in mind as we move forward and things, and definitely keep an eye on it. It's probably going to be the end for me for GameStop, just to be honest with you. If I go there, it'll be for an exclusive item, and I'm not going to keep my memberships, and I'm not going to sit there and go spend extra money at their facility because they decided to do this practice. It's just not a good ethical way of doing business. So once again, guys, hopefully you guys are having fun with Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith has been an extremely fun set. We've got some nice pulls ourselves. The pull rate seems to be extremely good. I've even seen Danny Phantom put up a video here today that just explained that the pull rates are fantastic on this. But the downside to that fact is that the price of these cards, the price of these or the actual singles inside of this particular set are going to drop like a stone. So when it comes down to single investments and single purchases, unless it's a card you really, really want, I would wait a little bit longer period of time in order to see what the pricing is going to fall to. I mean, we've seen even the best cards in the set that were starting out at over $100 are now down to around $30 to $40. That promo Pikachu is dropping like a stone. I don't even know what the current price value of that is, but if you looked at TCG Player yesterday on Saturday, it was down already over 50-60%. So overall, the pull rates are really good. It's extravagant on this set. It's probably the best pull rates I've ever seen. It makes the set extremely fun. So anybody that has not opened their Crown Zenith and has been thinking about it, if you want to just have fun and not worry about the value or the investment opportunity in this, do it, guys. This is a fun set. I love it, and there's a ton of pulls out of every ETB. We've opened 2 so far. Both of them have been absolute fire for the pulls. The only down one I've had is that I did purchase one through Dan at Catch 'em All Collectibles, and of course mine was the crap ETB, which happens every time I buy a booster box online or any kind of box break. That's why I don't do it, but I gave Dan the support once again. Thank you, Dan, for opening that. It was fun still to sit there and do a recap on the live. I missed the live when he opened it, but definitely was fun, and I did get the Mewtwo EX on his channel, which is one of those cards I do really like to have. So not a downside for me. Like I said, it's just good to support another channel and another person in the YouTube space. So overall, guys, like I said, this is what I want to talk to you to go. Comes to GameStop. If you're gonna continue to use GameStop, some people don't have choices because that might be the only avenue they have in their area. Just call your police department. Say, if I have a receipt paid in full with a pre-order, do I have to pay extra when I go pick this item up? And in Wisconsin, it's no. I can tell you that right now in the state of Wisconsin, if they want to charge you $10 more per this ETB or any ETB, you do not have to pay that by law. They already gave you a receipt paid in full. Amount due is 0. If it says amount due is 0 at the bottom of the receipt, that's done. The transaction's finished. The payment transaction is finished. You are just picking up your personal product that you already own, which is a big issue for them too. And it can get really dicey, but overall, that's what you're dealing with. That's what you're looking at. And overall, that's what you should be expecting when it comes down to working with a reputable place. If they have a reputation for being good, they shouldn't be doing that kind of things. The LGSs, they are 55 right off the bat. They announced it right off the bat, and I'm good with that. If you're going to announce it right away and you charge 55 or 60 before it was even released, they didn't do pre-orders and they just went with what they got because they weren't sure on their allocations, and they just said, fine, we'll just do $55 a piece and that's it. Then fine, I'll pay $55 if I know ahead of it. But if I paid 50 and you try and charge me 10, I'm going to throw a fuss because that's just absolutely bad business and unethical. Once again, guys, if you did go through that situation and you didn't fight it at the time, it might be too late to do anything about it now. But for future knowledge and future research, definitely call your police department to check on that for your state laws. A lot of times every state's different, but I can tell you it's good for knowledge to know if you need to do that. So overall, guys, thank you guys for watching. As you always, I will put these 2 videos up right over here. Sorry, things changed a little bit different, but right here is going to be the giveaway video. Give you one last week of opportunities to get in on that. Also, the memberships are open, and it's greatly appreciated for the members. We are doing some things in the back side, and if the members want to say in the description or in the comments what we're doing back there, it's all for them. I'm not going to sit there and announce them because I want things to be organic over there, but I will not stop them from. So if any one of the members want to say what we're doing in the background, I am going to allow them to do that with no repercussions. So once again, guys, thank you guys for watching. Thanks you guys for joining. And as always, we will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.